So if you're on YouTube, you've probably seen videos that look like this. I feel like it's actually becoming a trend or sort of like an aesthetic, but I'm not here to discourage the trend or debrief this trend. I'm here to talk about something deeper, because behind those I quit XYZ, whatever social media it is, people are realizing that their bodies are becoming broken. They didn't quit because another person on social media told them no. Something shifted to the point where they realized they had high Instagram cortisol. Let's get into it. Hi everyone, my name is Javona and I am a Christian faith-based YouTuber. The tea here is that I actually do Reddit stories, but today I actually don't have a Reddit story for you guys. I'm just going to sort of talk about something that relates to me and is probably relating to you, hence why you clicked on this video in the first place. I'm going to talk about the Instagram cortisol that is happening. Now, like I said, this has become a trend. And I've seen this trend on YouTube specifically, and it's inspired me to make a video like this. I do want to say that this is a trend that I will encourage probably until my last day here on earth. People are tired of Instagram. They're tired of the toxic talk of politics and the toxic comparisons that are happening between women specifically. As of 2026, research is showing that over 600,000 people a day, are researching how to permanently delete their Instagram. Nobody's trying to stay away from Instagram for a little bit, hide it for a little bit. People are actually so fed up with social media, with the culture of social media, because social media can be a good place. Don't get me wrong. I actually work in social media as a social media manager. But on our personal note, social media became a place where my heartbeat was literally like racing out of my chest when I saw certain posts, when I was reading certain comments. Whenever I got a certain amount of likes on a post, I actually did find myself becoming big-headed, and I just felt like my confidence was increased, but it only lasted for like a second. And then I would go offline and I would forget all the nice comments, all of the likes that I got. And I sort of realized that too was defining my character. And so I stopped posting. And when I stopped posting, that didn't work because I was seeing things that were still bringing that to my mindset, the comparison, the envy, the overconsumption. I was buying things that I didn't need to buy. It wasn't just about saving my time. It was about reclaiming my agency. I kind of want to get into the neuro part of it. The amygdala hijack is what they call it in real life, in nature. Your eyes are looking around for danger, and you have to tell and signal your body that you are safe or you are not safe. It's a neurological thing that happens naturally. The amygdala is actually an alarm system which shuts down your prefrontal cortex. Now, this is why you can't think straight after an hour of doom scrolling on whatever app you're using. You've quite literally shut down the part of your brain that thinks logically and with empathy.
When the amygdala isn't functioning correctly, it can have significant implications. Overactivity may contribute to anxiety disorders, while reduced activity can result in conditions like sociopathy, where individuals struggle to recognize or respond to emotions in others.
It's actually really cool learning about the amygdala if anyone wants to research that on their own. And because our brains are brought to a sort of threat mode, we've lost the ability to just talk and to have conversations with people. It's almost as if we've traded fellowship for comment warfare, which is so insane to me because I'm literally talking about a digital warfare that is happening not only to our bodies, but spiritually as well. In real life, our bodies are able to adapt co-regulation, which allows me to hear the tone of your voice and see the depths of your eyes, almost as if I can tell what you're thinking in real life. But on a phone, we can't do that. We just see a flat, non-moving picture, and that picture was likely taken months or years prior. So when we reply to these comments, when we see these people's lives, it's literally a lie. We're being lied to every day. And the more we consume social media and take it literally and take it with us in our daily lives, the less human we become. And that's why the government, in my opinion, was able to introduce AI so easily, because we were already desensitized to what we were seeing online. Everybody's freaking out over AI. And I'm one of them. I'm not gonna lie. AI is scaring me a little bit, but thou shalt not fear in Jesus' name. It is creepy though. I've seen AI influencers come to light. As a social media manager, I get emails from AI influencers.
This is probably gonna catch you off guard, but real.
She'd be like, why didn't you call me back? And I'd be like, why are you so obsessed with me?
I was up here, yeah? Then I opened up to you. Why wouldn't I? I was in love with you. I trusted you. Now I'm down here.
So they started pushing us away by comparing us and making us envy other people's lives and instilling fake scenarios on social media platforms. And on top of that, they want to make it even more prosthetic and fake and introduce AI. It's sort of as if AI is about to take over social media and let alone the world. When you see a human, when you interact with humans, it almost makes you feel like, okay, this is a human. I'm able to interact with them. And the empathy starts to develop. The Spirit of God starts to come and use your body to be kind to people, to compliment someone, to be human. The Bible says be quick to listen and slow to speak. But social media says be quick to listen and quick to respond. Be quick to be offended. I'm actually reading The Bait of Satan by John Bevere, and I love this book because it surrounds the idea of being offended and why you shouldn't be offended, especially as a child of God. I would just recommend that book to anyone, because every time I'm about to respond to a comment on TikTok or even on YouTube, it's like, okay, I don't want to be offended. I don't want to take this literal. This person is hiding behind a screen and being bold, but I'm bold regardless if I'm behind the screen. If I'm in real life, I'm also bold because I have God with me. It's a win-win scenario if you ask me. Even just apart from what's on social media and what we're consuming, abstaining from that, it really is important to take rest in general. And part of that rest is abstaining from social media, abstaining from not just Instagram, but abstaining from TikTok, and even just posting something. If you work in social media, making a post for the day, just don't do it. Like, take a full rest Sabbath. It says in the Bible, God rested on the seventh day. God Almighty rested on the seventh day. If he needed rest, then you need rest. If the creator needed rest, you, the creation, needs rest. And even if you're not a believer in God, you naturally need rest. Your body begs you for rest. So this is where the cortisol levels rise, the literal cortisol levels rise. And just like the title of this video, Instagram cortisol, is the stress on Instagram is causing your body to freak out and to stress. And people try all these natural remedies and these how to heal my cortisol remedies or hacks, and they post them online, and it sort of defeats the purpose, because when you post something online, you're expecting a reaction. And if you're like me and you post something and you didn't get the reaction that you expected originally, then it makes you just sit there and kind of dwell in, okay, well, what did I do wrong? And then you start beating yourself up, and they're just lies. They're all lies. Everything that is negative that you've ever said about yourself in contrast or in response to social media is a complete lie from the pits of hell. Okay. I also think that the idea of surveillancing people online is sort of a way to constantly wonder what people are up to. And that brings you to a place of, am I falling behind? Am I doing this right? Am I like on track in life? I know for me, for sure, I've seen a lot of successful YouTubers and influencers my age, and it made me wonder, like, am I slow? I'm 28 years old and I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. And by the grace of God, my husband is actually figuring out what he wants to do. So I'm like, hey, maybe I'm supposed to be a stay-at-home mom or whatever. But it actually reminds me of that Laffy song, or is it Laffy? Everybody's falling in love and I'm falling behind. Yeah. It's the same thing when we're on social media. It feels like we're falling behind. It feels like we need to be, at the end of God's plan for us. And you can't rush God's plan. He has to put you through certain circumstances in life in order to build your character, right? And when we're on Instagram and we're watching people post their day in the lives, don't get me wrong, I love watching those videos, but I do, I'll stand back and I'll be like, whoa. Like, when I find myself comparing my lifestyle and my, even just simply like my aesthetic and my room and I'm like, I need to buy this. I need to, consume this to look like this or to be like that. It's all so toxic to our mental health and so toxic to in our spiritual lives as well. And I'm just going to be really transparent with you guys. I do have an Instagram that is completely dedicated to me keeping up with like tours of my favorite Christian musicians or like a conference. And I do follow Christian influencers on there. But whenever I feel like I'm over consuming it, I just turn off my notifications and hide the app. I logged out of my personal Instagram, which I haven't posted in like almost 2 years now, not on my story, not on my feed. And it feels great, if I'm being honest. The reason why I actually deleted it was because of the whole controversy with Israel, and I was a new Christian and I just didn't know how to respond to that. And I was being consumed and bombarded with, this is how you should think and this is how you know this and XYZ, you know what I'm talking about? And so it kind of turned into like a toxic headspace to me, even where I started to like doubt God. And the last thing I ever want to do is doubt God because of a post that I saw on social media. And so I just sat in prayer and I took it to God, and he recommended that I just log out of Instagram and never log back in. Maybe one day, but it's been pretty cool zooming over here in like my private Instagram life. I have like 5 followers, which is like my sisters, and that's it, and my husband, and that's it. For me, that was my reason. Maybe your reason is the same thing too. You're being bombarded with politics and you're replying to comments that are stressing you out in that moment. And that's not okay. Think about it. That's not okay. Would we respond to people the way we do, whether it be mentally or with our mouths or with our typing fingers? Would we respond to those people in that way in real life is the question. And my response is personally no. I like conversations. I like healthy conversations. As a matter of fact, I had a conversation with my sister in the car earlier, which it started heated because we had different views, but then it slowly went, okay, I see where you're coming from. No, I see where you're coming from too, type of conversation. And so those are the conversations that we should be having more often than the ones that we're having online. Instagram and TikTok even have just become such a place, even Facebook. My goodness, Facebook is full of bullies. But those social media platforms have just become spaces that they just don't feel safe. It's like when you choose the bear and the man, Instagram has become like the man and like living life has become the bear. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm trying to give you a visual of what I'm saying. Now, I do want to say that this is your decision. This video is simply my opinion. Everything I'm saying is my opinion and what research I've conducted. So do not feel pressure, especially if it's your job, to get rid of Instagram. I'm not telling you that. I'm just telling you the research that I've conducted and the opinions that I've formulated through that research. So with that being said, I want to challenge you guys into doing something if you're up for it. What if we did like a digital detox trend and we made it a trend privately, like not announcing it, okay? That's just between me and you and God, okay? What if we just did a digital detox trend and we just turned off Instagram for like 2 days, turned off TikTok for like 2 days, whatever it is that's consuming your cortisol levels, whatever's spiking your cortisol, whatever's spiking your blood pressure. Like, we never know what's happening to our body. Like, we focus so much on food that we forget that we're also consuming technology. So I feel like we could take like a celery juice detox, but also we can take a digital detox. So I challenge you to go at least 24 hours without any social media, or you can choose one. Me personally, I want to do any after I get off work because, like I said, I work in social media, so it would have to be like a Saturday for me, which is fine because that falls perfectly with the Sabbath day. If you know, you know. Just let your body relax. And I'm not telling you you can't watch your favorite TV show, that's fine, but even binging that, it's like, oh my gosh, where did the day go? So, I've been doing scrapbooking, or go take photos outside and print them out and hang them on your wall, or go do Bible study, or go read a book at a park, or go to a friend's house and like craft something together. I don't know. Do something for just that 24 hours that allows your body to reset and detox. For me personally, I feel like a perfect day would be journaling, doing a little bit of Bible study, maybe baking something or cooking something, scrapbooking a little bit, reading a book, and ending the night on a 90 Day Fiance episode watch with my husband. And then we go to sleep and it's the next day. And then I have coffee and then I journal again, do it all again. That would be like the perfect 24 hours for me, which I have done before. Anyway, I'm getting caught up, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you being here, and I hope everything I said didn't offend any of you. I hope that you take my advice and really think about it and see if it is affecting you in a way where you actually do feel like your physical health is in danger due to social media. I love you. Please leave any prayer requests down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.